Hey guys, it's your boy Dwayne sitting here on YouTube with my boy Clayton. You can't see him, but you will hear him. Trying to find my lighter first. Oh no. Oh Lord, no. Okay, fine. But so guys, I'm on here to talk about mental health awareness. Guys, I've been diagnosed with mental health issues since I was 5 years old, as a child. There's a backstory to me which I will tell further in more. But the one thing you always got to remember is that you're never alone.
Never. There's always someone in this world that's going to care about you or care if you're alive or not. Whether it be your parents, your significant other, even a teacher in school. Someone is going to miss you if you was not here. I've battled depression for years. I've been bullied about my size. My depression hit back in 2015 really hard to the loss of my grandmother. I've battled it ever since then, and I'm still battling it to this day. I've taken medicine to try to help for it, and it helps for like a week, and then it just comes right back.
And guys, he has a point. He has a point. Depression, everybody thinks you can say, get over it, and it's gone. When I got depressed, I used to self-harm. I'm a recovering drug addict. So every time I got depressed, I used these substances to deal with the mental health, to deal with the aspect and the figures of mental health, of mental illness. But when I finally got deep down inside and I realized that I needed help, there was things behind it that I didn't know was there, that I didn't know I was going through. Like when my dad died, I got angry, I got upset, I got mad. It got to the point as a 10-year-old child, I wanted to put a knife through my own heart. Everybody thinks people that are suicidal are weak. That we're weak, that we're hurt, that we're confused. No, we just don't think we can deal with the pain. We don't think we can deal with the anger, the hurt, the prosperity of accepting the fact that we deal with something in our head that nobody can see but us.
Right. Guys, there's just so much pain and hurt in this world. Like, people don't understand what everybody has went through. Everybody's story is a little different. Everybody doesn't... The same thing cannot work for one person that may have worked for somebody else. Like, there's people that smoke marijuana to be able to get over their depression. There's people that shoot heroin. There's people that do meth, coke, Ritalin, anything that they can get their hands on just to numb their pain. And it's to the point to where there's people dying because of it. And that's sad, guys. Like, why are we killing ourselves? Are we doing it just because we can't handle the pain? Is it just because that at the end of the day we all know that what's it matter? We all go into the ground either way. And is it just because we're all worm food? No, it's because the pain is just unbearable. It's like we're numb, and there's just that voice adding you on in the back of your head. Just end it. Come on, do it. Pull the trigger. Step off the stool. Put the rope around your neck. Take the pill.
And he makes a point, guys. We may think that the pain is unbearable for us. But I am here to tell you today. I'm here to tell you today.
I know I can't go up.
That we don't have to put the gun to our head. We don't got to put a rope around our neck. You know, there's a lot of people out there that think we're weak, but let me tell you this. People that deal with mental illness are the strongest motherfuckers that you will ever meet, because they wake up every day and they push through that next day. They push through that next day. They go like, you know what, no matter what's going through my head, I'm going to live because I have something to live for. And if you don't, you got to find it. Trust me, it's going to be the hardest battle of your life to find that reason to live when you feel like there is nothing left.
Guys, I don't talk about this a lot because the relationship between me and my father has fixed itself. But growing up, there was days upon days upon days that I literally thought my father did not love me. My father is not the typical caring type of guy. He's not a bad man either. It was the way he was raised by his dad, which again, not a bad man. I was not beat physically. I was beat down emotionally. And he didn't mean to do it. It's just that was what he was. He was a tough love man.
Can I take this down for a minute?
And he had to do what he knew was the best. And like I said, everything does not work for one person. There was I changed my relationship. Oh, snap, Garrett left his mod.
But anyways, guys.
There's just that change that you just gotta look. I changed it because I went to my father and I looked him in the eyes and I told him, you do not love me. You love my sisters more than you love me. And that broke my father's heart to hear me tell him that. My father, I have only seen my father cry once, and it was at my grandmother's funeral. He didn't even cry at his own grandmother's funeral.
You know, guys, what we're trying to say, and I know that you really can't, that, you know, we're new to this. You know, this is the first time coming on here and talking about this. But mental illness is, you know, such a big thing. You know, like Clayton said, we got people dying every day. Suicide has become the number one factor, you know, in the U.S. and young people. You know, in our young folks. Because people say, oh, that they're weak. Oh, that you're just making this shit up. And after this, guys, me and Clayton are going to close this with a huge fucking I love you here in a minute. But I want to let you guys know you're not alone. You never will be. My buddy Clayton's right. People are going to miss you if you're gone. You know, I found a song that relates to me the most, and he actually committed suicide 2 years ago. Chester Bennington, when he wrote Numb.
Yes. Yes. Some of the happiest people that you see that wears the smile on their face and cuts up and jokes like no other.
They're faking it till they can make it.
Are complete fake. Robin Williams. Chester.
Chris Benoit. Look at Chris Benoit. He killed his family, then killed himself.
Heck, even here recently, Juicy World. I don't think he meant to kill himself. But he even states in some of his raps about how depressed he is.
And you can tell through Chester Bennington. I'm not going to make Clayton turn the camera, but you can tell through Chester Bennington's music. You know, look at 90% of his music
Yeah.
was about depression. Nobody saw it. Look at Johnny Cash. One of the greatest country singers in my mind. You know, back from the day, he spent years in prison. You know, put his wife through hell. You know. But guys, me and Clayton are going to say one thing to you together. We love you. He loves you.
Yep.
And guys, there's going to be more videos to come because I'm going to start hitting deep, dark subjects. I'm going to start sharing my personal stories. I'm going to tell you guys about my addiction and where it took me with the pain. Let you guys know that, you know, you're not the only one going through this.
To give you guys some information about to how strong I was through the darkest times in my life. I've never done an illegal drug. I've never smoked pot. The only medicine I've ever taken was prescribed to me.
Which is fine. Even if you guys are in recovery, if a doctor prescribes you medication,
Take it.
take it. It's not a relapse if it's prescribed by a physician, a hospital. As long as you don't abuse it to get high, which it's true.
Let me step on that for a second. If it's a pain medicine and you already know that you have a pain medicine addiction and that you've been clean, say, maybe 3 years, and you're a painkiller addict, then up at that point, don't take it.
I agree.
If you're going to do something, if you're going to take anything, take CBD. Something. Just something that'll help with the pain. Or, I mean, just something. Tylenol, ibuprofen,
Advil, Excedrin.
Advil, etc.
Soak it in Epsom salt bath.
Yep.
Epsom salt baths have actually been shown to help with mental health. But guys, we do have to get off of here. This video will be up today. I don't know when. I think it'll be up right after I post it.
Probably.
Guys, go check out my boy Clayton's TikTok also. It's Clayton Thompson.
Clayton.Thompson65.
Clayton.Thompson69. Go check out 65. Also go follow me at Atomic Hearts Daddy. I'll put that down here because a lot of my TikToks are about to be mental health also. Guys, we're just trying to get this podcast out of here.
Or follow me on Instagram at this handle here. You can see it.
Yep, they can see it.
Okay.
But all right, guys. Clayton, say it together. We love you. And I care. Adios, guys.